Hi, thanks for watching. This clever map is a window into 19th century New York City, published 2 years ago on November 12, 2021 by Nick Routley. So let's see who Nick Routley is and why he published it. Nick Routley graduated from Emily Carr University and the British Columbia Institute of Technology, and co-founded a successful marketing agency before becoming the first member of the Visual Capitalist team. He is focused on emerging trends and how disparate events connect with the big picture. Nick believes that the 2004 film Mean Girls is the 21st century's greatest work of art, and that access to reliable data combined with visual communication can level the playing field for billions of people around the world. I'd have preferred he would have said across the world, but at least he never said around the globe. Right, so that's Nick. Right, so this is the map itself, and it is clever. Okay, you can interact with the map, but it's got constraints because you can't adjust the angle of the map, which makes it difficult. So what does it say here? This fascinating interactive map is a snapshot of New York City during the tumultuous time, 1836 to be exact. So there's no messing about there, it's exact. Overlaid on a modern day high altitude balloon satellite map. Getting the lay of the land. The base map used above is the stunning topographical map of the city and county of New York and the adjacent country, published by the prodigious mapmaker Joseph Colton. Well, that's the map I'll be using, but this is the legend that goes with the map, and you'll see yourself, it makes absolutely no sense. So here is the map I'll be using, and this is the topographical map of the city and county of New York and the adjacent country, with views in the border of the principal buildings and interesting scenery on the island. Now, remember, we're talking 1836, right? And we'll be seeing the principal buildings. So we'll have a look at them first. Where will we start? Start down here. A couple of them are just animals and stuff. This one. This is the Hall of Justice. So what this map is telling you is that these places were there in 1836. Right. And that's the docks, Bartley Street Landing. What else we got? The Deaf and Dumb Asylum. And I'll hazard a guess and say there's a floor below the street level. What else we got? Castle Garden. This is, I think this is something to do with the Battery or the Starfort. New York from Governor's Island. And I'll show you that as well. St. Luke's Church. There's loads of churches in New York. Well, power stations. This is landing in Cortlandt Street. The docks again. more docks. This is the harbour from the battery. Oh, there's a wee fence. Right. So, well, for the deaf and dumb asylum, and this is the female orphan asylum, and it's in Bloomingdale. And again, I would suggest that there's a floor below the street. Right. This is a Protestant Episcopal seminary. There you go if you want to be a man of the cloth. What else is up here? There you go, it's this. This is St. Thomas's Church. And it looks like a big row of tenements or something right alongside it. We got here, Columbia College, 1836. Right. Oh look, there's a floor below the street. And the street's actually just, well, dirt. Right. The Palisades. I have no idea where that is. This is a ship. I don't know what this is all about. He's definitely a Freemason. Top hat, controller. I don't know. More ships. What's this? Oh, this is City Hall in Wall Street. You check the date. 1699. That was there. In 1699. And it's in Wall Street. And behind it, this is Trinity Church. Trinity Church is on the corner of Broadway and Wall Street. Oh, and here we have the Custom House in Wall Street. And the windmill across in Jersey City. What else we got? And the Bowery. This is the reservoir at the Bowery in 1836, to be exact. What we got here? The University in Washington Square. Right. I think that's it. Yep. So, we're just left with this. And this is Broadway from the park. So this stuff, this map is declaring that this stuff was already here and built. So, I mean, look at this. Right, so let's go check the date. Right. Basic entry, 1836. So this is declaring that these buildings were all here in 1836. everything you see. Right. So, before we look at the map, let's look at the legend. You can see what I put here. So these lines mean boundaries or wards, and these light, they're barely visible, and they are listed by ordnance, and the darker lines are opened or being regulated, and the darker grey is sections of the city built. That's this whole section here. In 1836, they're saying this entire section was built, everything. Right, this is the parks and squares and the public buildings, churches, etc. And you get the countryside. Then you get the forts and fortifications, mountains and hills, and valleys. Yeah, so it's quite self-explanatory. Right, so let's go look at the map again. Right. So they're saying this was all developed, this whole area, and all these buildings were here. But what's missing with the forts is there should be signs of a fort somewhere here where the battery is, but nothing. Yet strangely enough, on Governor's Island, there's Fort Columbus, and this here will be, well, Liberty Island. I think it's 1886, the Statue of Liberty ends up here. And this is Ellis Island, but they've all got forts on them. In fact, there's a couple of forts further up here, up in the sticks, but it's all countryside. There's Fort Washington, there's another one up here. Fort Tryon, Fort George, there's another one somewhere. There's a small redoubt, there's another one on top of the hill. Right. So like I say, this whole section in here is apparently developed. Yeah, there's no sign of a fort anywhere here. But there is in other maps. Here we have a Dutch map from 1662. And we've got the Star Fort here. And it looks like they've got, this is fortified on the Hudson River side. And right across the island they've got a wall, and because of that, I think it was the Dutch that called this first Wall Street. And where they've got a cemetery in this map, which is at the corner of Broadway and Wall Street, this is the future site of the Trinity Church. Right, and this just looks like it's laid out like a Dutch settlement. And they've got different families with different big houses all over the place. Right, let's see how that works out. Right, what else we got? And there's another map showing the same thing. And that's the 1600s as well. And here's another map, and this is from 1674. And this map they've got the fortification going round the entire part of the island, as well as the Star Fort. Right. What this map is suggesting is that this area here, roughly 5 square miles of real estate, and what they're saying is that this was completely developed. Everything was in place, and we know that there were old world buildings around Central Park. Well, this here is where Central Park will be. And it's all farmland and it's all flats and stuff. So this is how you develop a city. You go down half a street. Right. So this is all marked out for development. And this is all being surveyed, ready to get marked out for development. Right. So wait a minute. I'll show you what it's supposed to have looked like back then. Right, this is something else I came across recently. The oldest picture of Broadway in New York surfaces online. The oldest photo of Broadway in New York surfaced yesterday. It was captured in 1848 and was a single estate on a hill on Bloomingdale Road. So I think that's the wrong picture for that description. However, we'll take a look at it anyway. Right, so this is 13 years after that map was printed. This is 1848. And it looks really, really old. That's for a start. And there's plenty of buildings going off into the distance. And right, there's a couple of weird things about this. I mean, the street, well, it's full of rubble. And that looks like a crack. Either way, is this a transition period? Because we can have, we've got the moat here, and we've got the windows below the street, but there's no fence up and there's no stairs up to where the new door will be. What I've got is some scaffold bands reaching from the street into the house. And this looks like a carriage. I don't know why it's there. He's moving. And look at this canopy and these other canopies on this side of the street. And look at that canopy. It looks like that's been there for a long time. And this, I believe, is probably a scratch on the plate. I don't think it's anything to do with the actual image. And then there's these poles. Oh, I don't know what they're for. There's another one here. Free energy. Well, these people won't know anything about that, will they? So what's happening here? don't know. See, there's more the same again with these canopies across the front doors. Up the street. Oh, I'd like to find out where this is. Right. So like I say, this looks really old. And it's only, what, 13 years after the map. So, the map is right. These buildings were all in place. But I don't think it just covered a small part of the island. I think it covered the whole island. I've said this every time I've showed a map on a video. You can't trust maps, old or new. So we'll take a look at some of these buildings as well, what they say has been here. Right, so let's check out the Wall Street. Right, so go to this corner here. Right, I'll go here. And there we have it. There's the building right there. And that's been there since 1835, 36. And I think a lot longer. And there's Trinity Church at the top of the street. And next we'll go into the corner of Broadway and Chambers Street. And here's Broadway and Chambers Street. We'll go down here and check out City Hall. And this is also there. And I'm guessing so is this. And everything else you see here. So, going back to that image of Broadway. So this is City Hall, and I'm guessing there's a tunnel that joins City Hall to this other building that's in City Hall Park. Right. So like I say, there's lots of power stations in situ here. There's St Paul's. That's on the map. That's one on the map, I don't know what that is. This is Broadway. So Trinity Church should be down here. That's right there. Again, there's Wall Street, Broadway, and Trinity Power Station. Right, well, there's lots more to look at, and I'll be leaving that to part 2. So, thanks for watching. Please comment.